Good morning, students. So we are going to start MCQ questions of ratio analysis. Just listen very carefully. Okay, look at here. Current ratio is given 2.5. Liquid ratio 1.5 ratio 1. Prepaid expenses nil. Stock 74,000. You have to calculate current liabilities. Can you calculate it or not? Very easily. We know that we know that current ratio equals to current assets divided by current liabilities. We know that current ratio equals to current assets divided by current liabilities. It is given 2 divided by 5. So if we calculate current assets equals to 2 current liabilities divided by 5, or if we solving it more, then it is 0.4 current liabilities. Equation number 1. It is a equation number 1. Okay. Now, liquid ratio. What is the formula of liquid ratio? Current assets minus stock divided by current liabilities. Liquid ratio is given 1 divided by 5 and current assets 0 0.4 point current liabilities, 0.4 current liabilities minus stock. Stock is given 74,000. 74,000 divided by current liabilities. Again cross multiply. Current liabilities equals to 5 0 point current liabilities minus 74,000. By this equation you can solve and make the answer of current liabilities. Okay, here it is. So current liabilities is 20,000. Okay, question number 1 completed. Now come at the question number 2. In an organization, profit after interest, tax and dividend on preference shares 4 lakh. In an organization, profit after tax, interest and dividend is 4 lakh. The number of equity shares 40,000. The dividend payout ratio is 40%. Dividend payout ratio is 40%. The dividend per share. So first of all, total profit 4 lakh, dividend payout ratio 40%. So total dividend is 4 lakh multiplied by 40% is 16 lakh. Sorry, 1 lakh 60,000, not 16 lakh. It is 1 lakh 60,000 divided by number of equity shares 40,000. So answer is 4 rupee. Answer is 4 rupee. Okay. Question number 3. From the following information, find out the value of closing stock. Stock velocity 6 months. Gross profit ratio 25%. Gross profit for the year ended 1 lakh. Closing stock for the period 20,000 more than it was the beginning of the year. Now listen very carefully. How we calculate? There is stock velocity is given 6 months. How the stock velocity is calculated? 12 months divided by stock turnover ratio. Okay, so 6 month equals to 12 divided by stock turnover ratio. If we check it, to stock turnover ratio is 2 times. Now the basic thing, how the stock turnover ratio is calculated. Stock turnover ratio equals to cost of goods sold divided by average stock. First of all, cost of goods sold, that is sales minus GP. GP is given 25%. So 100 minus 25% equals to 75%. So cost of goods sold is 75% and gross profit is 25%. So you can calculate cost of goods sold. Yes, this 1 lakh is 25%. We have to calculate 75%. It is a cost of goods sold. Calculate it fastly. 3 lakh. Cost of goods sold is 3 lakh. Clear? Now we have to calculate average stock. Average stock. Average stock formula: opening plus closing divided by 2. Here it is written closing stock for the period 20,000 more than it was the beginning of the period. Listen very carefully. I am roughing the this working. Now look at here. Stock turnover ratio equals to cost of goods sold divided by average stock. Stock turnover ratio is 2 times. Cost of goods sold we calculate 3 lakh. Average stock we don't know. So by this we make an equation that average stock equals to 1,50,000. Average stock is 1,50,000. Put it. Average stock equals to opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. So 1,50,000 equals to opening plus closing divided by 2. Here information is given closing stock for the period 20,000 more than the beginning, means closing stock equals to 20,000 plus opening. So put it in this equation. Equation number 1. 1,50,000 equals to opening plus closing value 20,000 plus opening divided by 2. 3 lakh equals to 2 opening plus 20,000. So opening stock equals to 3 lakh minus 20, 280 divided by 2, 1,40,000. Okay, just look at here. Answer is 1,40,000. Here this whole solution is also given. In the question, what they asked, in the question they are asking about the closing stock. If opening stock 140, closing stock more than opening 140 plus 20. So answer is 1,60,000. Okay. Here it is. The net profit of a company is 2 lakh. Preference share dividend 25,000. Tax paid 15,000. The number of equity share 1 lakh. Calculate the value of earning per share. Just look at here. Net profit 2 lakh. First of all, we have to deduct taxes 15,000. Then preference share dividend 25,000. Then profit available to equity shareholder 1,60,000. Number of equity share 1 lakh. Answer is 1.6. Look at here. Answer is 1.6. Current ratio 2.1. Quick ratio 1.8. If current liabilities are 40,000, the value of stock will be. It's just similar to the question number 1. In that we have to calculate current liability, but in this question we have to calculate stock. Just look at here. Current ratio 2:1. Current ratio formula: current assets divided by current liabilities, that is 2 divided by 1. Current liability is given, current assets not given, but current liabilities are given 40,000. So by this we calculate current assets 80,000. Clear? Now quick ratio formula is current assets minus stock divided by current liabilities. It is given 1.8 divided by 1. Current assets is 80,000 minus stock divided by current liability 40,000. Just cross multiply. 40,000 multiplied by 1.8. 72,000 equals to 80,000 minus stock. Stock there. 80,000 minus 72,000, that is 8,000 answer. So answer is 8,000. In an organization, working capital 1 lakh, current ratio 3:1. Value of current assets, very easy. Current ratio equals to current assets divided by current liability. This is 3:1 divided by current assets upon current liability. So current assets equals to 3 current liabilities. Equation number 1. What working capital? Current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets minus current liabilities. It is given 1 lakh. Current assets value 3 current liabilities minus current liabilities. So current liability is 50,000. How it is arise? 3 lakh minus 3 current liability, 1 current liability, 2 current liability. When we dividing 1 lakh by 2, then it is answer 50,000. Okay. It is okay for all. Current liability 50,000. Now current assets equals to 3 times of 50,000, that is 1 lakh 50,000. Clear? Question number 6 completed. Answer is 1 lakh 50,000. Working capital ratio is also known as, just make a clarification that working capital ratio is also known as current ratio. Theoretically, it can be asked. Credit sale of Jump Limited is 12 lakh. Debtors at the end of the year 2 lakh 40,000. Assuming 360 days in a year, the average collection period will be, as we know that average collection period equals to, if it is talking about days, then 360 divided by debtor turnover ratio. Now how the debtor turnover ratio is calculated? It is credit sales divided by average debtors. Credit sale 12 lakh, but average data is not given. So at the end of the data is 240. So in place of average debtors, we take 2,40,000 at the end. Calculate it fastly. What is the answer? Five times. Answer is 5 times. Now here 360 divided by 5 times. How many days? 72 days is the answer. Here it is the answer, 72 days. Okay. Question number 9. For the financial year ended 31st March 2015, the figures extracted from the balance sheet: opening stock 29,000, closing stock 31,000, purchases 2,40,000. The stock turnover ratio. Stock turnover ratio formula is cost of goods sold divided by average stock. Average stock equals to opening plus closing divided by 2. Opening stock 29,000 plus 31,000 divided by 2, that is 30,000. But cost of goods sold is not given. So we have a formula: opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock plus direct expenses. But direct expenses is not given, so no need. 29,000 plus 2,40,000 minus 31,000, that is 2,40,000. That is 2,40,000 divided by 30,000. So stock turnover ratio is 8 times. Clear? Here it is answer, 8 times. Tell me any query yet now? देखेंगे बेटा, listen now. June 2015, which of the method is used in analyzing financial statement? June 2015 का क्वेश्चन है that which method you use analyzing financial statement? Vertical analysis, trend analysis, break even analysis, budget analysis, variance analysis. When we discussed about the financial statement analysis, there are methods. In this, only one method is given here, trend analysis. So answer is trend analysis. In an organization, current ratio 2.5, liquid ratio 1.5, prepaid nil, stock 4,000. Calculate current liabilities. Same question which is earlier we completed. Just look at here. But here is 2.5 and in the previous question 2:5 is given. Okay, so read the question very carefully. Look at here. Current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities, that is, by this we can say that current assets equals to 2.5 current liabilities. Equation number 1. Equation number 2 for quick ratio. 1.5 divided by 1 equals to current assets minus stock divided by current liabilities. 1.5 current assets equals to 2.5 current liabilities and stock value is 4,000 divided by current liabilities. So 1.5 current liabilities equals to 2.5 current liabilities minus 4,000. Okay, just transfer it. Stock here 4,000 equals to current liabilities. So answer is 4,000. Answer is 4,000. Okay. Are necessary to study of trends and direction of movement in the financial position. If we talk about trend, we have to study about the trend ratios. Direct answer. Current ratio 2.5, liquid ratio 1.5, working capital 75,000, value of stock will be. Simple question is there. You have to calculate it. Not I am doing to calculate. You very easily calculate it. So this is your work. You have to calculate it. Very easy question is there. If total assets turnover, determine firm's total assets turnover. What is the formula of total assets turnover? Total assets turnover. Tell me the formula. If net profit margin 8%, total assets are 8 lakh and the return on investment 14%. Very good question is there. Answer is 1.75. How would we calculate it? Actually, when nothing is given in the question, total assets turnover ratio always net profit margin. Sorry, this is a tricky question. So when nothing is given, then always return on investment divide by net profit margin, that is 14% divided by 8%, it is 1.75%. Write this formula. Answer is 1.75. Net income of a company after payment of preference share dividend was 63 lakh. It is the net income after payment of preference share dividend. Number of equity shares 1,40,000 and the price earning ratio of the company was 8.50 times. So earning per share and market value per share. For earning per share is calculated total earnings divided by number of equity shares. Total earnings 63 lakh divide by number of equity share 1,40,000. So earning per share is 45 and market price value of per share equals to PE ratio multiply by earning per share. P ratio is tell me fast, 8.5 time multiply by 45. Calculate it. So answer is 45 and 382 respectively. Okay. In ratio analysis, pro forma analysis implies what? The pro forma analysis tell us that making a list of all the present ratio, comparison of liquidity ratio with the another kind of ratio, comparison of the ratio with the firm relating to the performance, or comparison of firm's past current ratio with the future ratio to ascertain the relative strength and weakness. So answer is comparison of past ratio with the current ratio and ascertain the future ratio of the strength and weaknesses. Okay. Now match the following. Tell me. Prepaid expenses, where it is go, sales ratio, where it is go, return on investment, 100 minus proprietary ratio. It is solvency ratio. We know that solvency ratio equals to 100 minus proprietary ratio. Okay. Sales ratio, it is a part of turnover ratio. Prepaid expenses comes at the type of current ratio, and obviously return on investment is net profit margin multiplied by investment ratio. So P is for 4, P for 4, P for 4. Yes, students. P for 4 and Q with the third. These both are the same option. Return on investment 2 here. So answer is B. Which of the pair is correctly measured? Administration expenses plus selling and distribution expenses is operating expenses, right? It is right or not? Correctly matched. It is not right. Gross profit into net sales into 100 net profit, no. Both A and B, no. None of the above. So answer is none of the above. Actually, in operating expenses we also include direct expenses. That's why. But if a normal question we can do, then the A is right answer. So don't take it the none of the above. Right answer is A. It is the correct. Leave the question number this. I'm doing just practical questions because in your exam lots of type of practical questions may be asked by the examiner. Return on investment depend on two ratio. Return on investment, net profit ratio and capital turnover ratio. Gross profit, net profit, it is not capital employed and assets, not earning per share and net profit, no. It is depend on net profit and capital turnover ratio, which is not correctly matched. So you have to learn formulas, and by formula you can give the answer of this question. Operating profit, okay, match the following is there, just screen size. Operating profit, gross profit minus operating expenses, right? Liquid liabilities, tell me, liquid liabilities. So it is quick assets equals to quick ratio multiply or divide by capital. Okay. Now capital employed, how we calculate capital employed, and how, what is the relation of equity share capital? Equity share capital relation with the capital employed, and capital employed is the relation with the fixed assets, and fixed assets divided by sales. Okay, so answer is absolutely right, this. Now going to for practical questions we are doing fastly. Here it is. Equity share capital 30 lakh, 30,000 equity share of 100 each, 9% preference shares 10 lakh, profit before tax, thereafter 30% tax, earning per share. So students, if we want to calculate earning per share, If we calculate earning per share, then look at here. Earning per share always equals to earnings divided by number of equity shares. Now, how the earning is calculated? From the profit before tax, we have to deduct. From the profit before tax, we have to deduct tax, then preference share dividend. And the same is done here. Total profit less tax 30%. It is profit after tax. From this preference share dividend 9%. So 1 lakh, 10 lakh 99% is 90,000. So it is profit available 16 lakh 20,200 divided by number of equity shares, that is 30,000. Okay. Question number 28. Financial statement of X Limited show the following data: opening stock, total purchase, closing stock, stock turnover ratio. Okay, you can calculate it or not. Tell me fast. Just look at here. In the question, a thing is missing, that total purchase is not given. It is given in the question, that is 11 lakh 12 lakh 25,000, and we have to calculate, sorry, total purchases 10 lakh 80 10 lakh 50,000. 10 lakh 50,000 is given. So you can calculate cost of goods sold by opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, and average stock equals to opening plus closing divided by 2. Just look at here. 1 lakh 50 opening, 1050 closing, purchase minus, and then cost of goods sold, and then average stock. Actually in the question information is not given totally, so you have to make from the solution. Okay. Next, in a financial analysis, time series analysis refers making a time series of various ratio to access the firm profitability, a graphical comparison, the comparison of financial ratio over a period to time to access the direction to change in financial performance, or comparison of time value. So it is a type of, if we talk about time series, then it is known as horizontal. It is a part of horizontal analysis. So answer is C is correct. If average collection period 15 days, average account receivable 45,000, total amount of credit sale will be, assuming, okay, now look at here. Average collection period is always calculated as credit sales, sorry, just a second. Sale days divide by average debtor turnover ratio. Debtor turnover ratio. 360 days given in the question. So average collection period 15 days. 360 divided by debtor turnover ratio. So debtor turnover ratio equals to 360 divided by 15. That is 24 times. Now, how the debtor turnover ratio is calculated? Debtor turnover ratio is calculated as credit sales divided by average trade receivables. So, debtor turnover ratio we calculated 24 times. Credit sale we don't know, but average trade receivable is given 45,000. So, credit sales equals to 45,000 multiplied by 24. Calculated answer is 10 lakh 80,000. Okay. Cost of goods sold 4 lakh. Administration expenses 35,000. Selling expenses 45. Net credit sales 475. Cash sale 125. Now operating profit ratio. Make a format. Sales minus cost of goods sold equals to GP, gross profit, minus sales minus cost of goods sold equals to gross profit minus operating expenses, then operating profit is there. Sales is total sales 6 lakh, either cash or credit. When we deduct 4 lakh, then it is answer 2 lakh. Now 4 and 3 7 80,000 we have to deduct from here. Operating profit is 1,20,000. Operating profit ratio is operating profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. 1,20,000 divided by total sales 6 lakh into 100, that is 20%. So answer is 20%. Again the same question. Current liabilities 1,50,000, current ratio 3:1, liquid ratio 1:1, value of stock. Just quickly I am doing current ratio 3:1. Current ratio equals to 3 divided by 1 equals to current assets, current liabilities given 1,50,000. So current assets are 4,50,000. Now liquid ratio, current assets minus stock divided by current liabilities. Liquid ratio 1:1, current assets 450, stock we don't know, current liabilities 150. So 1,50,000 equals to 4,50,000 minus stock. So the stock value is 3 lakh. A current ratio is 2:1 is considered satisfactory as a rule of thumb, but it should be not be followed blindly, because the greatest weakness of the current ratio is possibility of window dressing. What do you mean by window dressing? When the financial account is not ready properly and the false representation make, then it is regarded as window dressing. So what is the answer? So A is right, reason is also right, so it is a correct explanation. So the answer is both A and B. Stock turnover ratio 6 times, total sales 6 lakh, gross profit 20%, closing stock 4,000 more than the opening. We have completed it, this question. Just again we are completing it. Cost of goods sold, just a second. Cost of goods sold, sales minus GP. Sales 3 lakh, GP 20%, that is 60,000. So it is 2,40,000. Cost of goods sold 2,40,000. Stock turnover ratio 6 times. So STR COGS divided by average stock. It is 6 equals to 2,40,000 divided by average stock. So average stock is 40,000. We know that average stock opening plus closing divided by 2 equals to 40,000. Here it is given closing stock 4,000 more than the opening. So opening, and if we talk about closing, 4,000 plus closing divided by 2, that is 40,000 plus opening. 2 opening equals to 80,000 minus 4,000. So opening is 76 divided by 2, 38,000 the answer. Next question. June 2016, from the following financial data, compute stock turnover ratio and stock velocity. How the stock turnover ratio is calculated? COGS divided by average stock. COGS, sales minus GP. So sales, it is given 6,53,000 and return is 13,000. The total sales is 6,40,000 minus 25%. Average stock, opening stock is given, but closing stock is not given. So you have to calculate closing stock. So 6,40,000 minus 25% is 480. It is the cost of goods sold. And one more formula we know that cost of goods sold always equals to opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. By the help of this formula we can calculate closing stock. Here we calculate it. Closing stock is 62,000. Opening is given. Opening stock is given. Here it is. Just a second. Opening stock 58,000. So average stock we can calculate and we make a answer. Okay. Here it is. 4,80,000 divided by 60, that is 8 times. And stock velocity, we know that if we calculate in days, then 360 divided by 8, answer is 45 days. Clear? Again, a same question is asked in 2016. Percentage of preference share capital 3 lakh, equity share capital 8 lakh, profit after tax 30%, 280, market price of equity share 40%. Calculate EPS and earning ratio. Look at here. 2,80,000 profit after tax less preference share dividend. In this question, not percentage is not given. That is 8%. It is a misprint. 3 lakh 8%, 24,000. Then the profit available 256 divided by number of equity shares, that is 80,000. So the answer is 3.2. And price earning ratio formula is PE ratio. Write the formula. Market price of shares divided by earning per share. It is PE ratio. Return on investment is calculated on measuring long-term solvency, earning power of net assets. Yes, answer is B. Interest coverage ratio is obtained by dividing EBIT divided by I. So answer is A. If price earning ratio 0.05, earning per share 8, the market price per share, we just previously we make a question, completed question, what is PE ratio? PE ratio equals to EPS, sorry, market price per share divided by earning per share. So if you want to calculate MPS, then the formula is MPS equals to PE ratio multiplied by earning per share. Here it is. Okay. Sun Limited has furnished the following relevant data of financial statement as on 31st March 2016. Following data is given. Equity share capital, general reserve, debentures, current liability, fixed assets, annual fixed costs, variable, total asset turnover ratio, tax rate, earning per share you have to calculate. For this, first of all, you have to calculate total assets. Total assets always fixed assets plus current assets. That is 30 lakh plus 18 lakh. It is 48 lakh. Okay. Total assets 48 lakh. Now, here total assets turnover ratio is also given. How will you calculate total assets turnover ratio? Total assets turnover ratio equals to sales divided by total assets. Sales we don't know. Total assets 2.5 is given. And the sales we don't know. Divided by total assets we calculated 48 lakh. So sales value is 1 crore 20 lakh. Now from the sales we deduct all the type of expenses, variable expenses, fixed costs, interest, thereafter profit after tax, profit before tax. Now from profit before tax we deduct tax, profit after tax, and in profit after tax we will divide the value of equity share capital. Okay. Again, the next question, the relevant data from the financial statement of Roche Limited as on 31st March 2016 is given below. Cash, trade receivable, investment, stock, prepaid expenses, current liabilities 10 lakh. Quick ratio. In quick ratio, we don't include stock and prepaid expenses. All are included. 150 and 4 lakh, 550, 550 and 330, 880, 880 divide by current liabilities 10 lakh, that is 0.88 answer. 0.88. This is the information is given. Return on capital employed. How the return on capital employed is calculated? Operating profit divided by capital employed multiply by 100. Now, how the capital employed is calculated? Just add all things. 20 lakh equity share capital, retain earning, debentures, but don't we no need to include this 10 lakh because current liabilities is not included. Look at here, 20 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, that is 50 lakh. And operating profit, cap operating profit मतलब profit before interest and tax divide by capital employed into 100. Profit before interest and tax 12 lakh is given, divide by 50 lakh, multiply by 100. Okay, 24% is the answer. Okay, 2 or 3 questions are also there, but these all are the homework for you. You have to calculate it directly. I will enclose the PDF file. 1 or 2, 3 questions you have to complete it because these all questions are repeated. Okay.